You knock on the door of your client's house for your scheduled parent training session. You can hear the mother moving around inside. Her car is in the driveway. You hear the TV on. You wait for her to answer the door. 1 minute, 2. You knock again and wait. You drove an hour to get to the house, and you don't have anything else you need to do in this area. Frustrated, you call her. You hear her cell phone ring inside the house, and you hear her say hello, both through the phone and the door. You let her know you're waiting outside. There's a long pause, and she says, "I'm sorry, but I just can't do it today." Your mind is screaming and you're ready to kick in the door. This isn't the first time she has refused to see you while you're standing on her front porch. You've wasted a lot of time already just standing at the door. You don't want this whole afternoon to be a complete loss. You're feeling desperate to maximize your time, sure, but also to help this poor woman who is struggling so much. How can you get her to stop canceling these appointments? Although she's the hardest parent to connect with, this feeling of frustration and hopelessness has become familiar. You've spent hours meeting with parents week after week, month after month, and it seems as though you just don't make a difference. How can you get them to listen, take your advice, change their behavior? You know you can help these families if you can just get them to follow through. You've taken courses, listened to podcasts, and tried some of the parent training curricula out there, but none of these strategies seem to work. If you can relate to this situation, I promise you that there's hope. I know, because that was me standing on the outside of the door. This mom was so overwhelmed by life and the level of aggression that her son presented that she didn't even want to let me in. She didn't want to talk about the challenges she faced with her son, and she definitely didn't want my advice. She would rather take the abuse dished out by her son every day than try anything I might recommend. Once I finally got her to sit down and talk with me, she was convinced that nothing I could say would make a difference. I knew she was reluctant to try any ABA strategies I could offer, so I asked that she try just one strategy for the next 3 weeks, and if it wasn't making her life easier, she could just give up. She actually stood right then, walked to the wall calendar, and wrote "give up." I did some mental head slapping, but I felt like it was at least a small commitment. I knew I had a lot of work ahead of me, and I wasn't sure how to reach her. I studied relationship building in fields outside of ABA. This parent needed something that I wasn't equipped to give her. Over time, I was able to build a trusting relationship with her, and we took baby steps toward making life a little bit better. One day I showed up for our meeting, and she greeted me at the door with a huge smile on her face. As soon as we sat down, she began to tell me about a recent experience she had where she and her son sat outside at the table on the porch eating a snack and playing a game. She said, "I finally enjoyed spending time with my son," and broke down in tears. Not only was I able to help my client achieve his goals, I made a major difference in the life of this mother. So much so that nearly 10 years later, she sent me a DM on social media. This is what it said: "Just so you know, it's because of you on why I can do all the shows. You told me I needed to work, and you're absolutely right. You changed my life. Thank you. You will never know how much you helped me. I hope you truly know that." Even if you're struggling with parent training now, you too can make an important difference. Use these strategies and you will feel confident in your skills, build a stronger relationship with the families you work with, and have the impact you want with your clients. You've got this. Just let me know if you need any help or encouragement. I have your back.